Right students, in this video class I am going to teach types of spectra. So here first we need to get familiarity with the words spectra and spectrum. Spectra means plural and spectrum means singular. Let us see the definition of a spectrum. Spectrum is a range of different color radiations, or you can take like this also. Distribution of radiations in the increasing order of their wavelengths or decreasing order of frequency. The distribution of radiations in the increasing order of wavelengths or decreasing order of frequency is known as spectrum. And the spectrum is formed when visible light is passed through the medium. Example here medium, prism. Prism is example for the medium. So now guys, you consider a bulb. Bulb emits visible light, and this visible light when it is passed through the prism, so the 7 colors present in the visible light undergoes dispersion or splitting takes place. So now you can get here 7 colored radiations, and these 7 colored radiations are here distributed in the increasing order of their wavelength. In this visible light guys, we have 7 colors. These 7 colors will be splitted when this light is passed through the prism. The splitted lights will be distributed in the increasing order of their wavelength. So the lights are visible, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So from violet colored radiation to red color radiation, wavelengths increase. Wavelengths are increased. So now this is the example for the spectrum. So in nature guys, you can take rainbow. In nature, you can take that rainbow is natural spectrum. So rainbow is formed when sunlight is passed through the water droplets. Here water droplets acts as a medium. Here like prism, and sun acts as a bulb. So now the light emitted by the sun when it is passed through the water droplets, we can get the 7 colors in the rainbow. So rainbow also example for a spectrum. Yeah, so right, spectrum is formed when light is passed through the suitable medium. In that spectrum, different radiations, colored radiations are distributed in the order of their wavelength. So next, the spectrum is classified into several types. Two types. Spectrum is classified into 2 types, guys. So first one is emission spectrum, and second one is absorption spectrum. Spectrum is classified into 2 types. So first one is emission spectrum, and second one is absorption spectrum. So emission spectrum means, let me write the definition. So write guys. Spectrum classified into 2 types, emission spectrum and next one absorption spectrum. So first emission spectrum means the spectrum which is formed when emitted light is passed through the prism is known as emission spectrum. Example guys, you see this is the light emitted by the bulb. Now this emitted light is passing through the prism and we are getting a spectrum. So this is a emission spectrum. And guys, you see this is also a emission spectrum. Here also this body is emitting some radiation, and this emitted radiation when it is passing through the prism, so we have got some colored lines. This is also a emission spectrum. So here emission spectrum 2 types. First one continuous spectrum and line spectrum. In a emission spectrum guys, if you have continuous distribution of colors which is known as continuous spectrum. This is the example guys, because first this is emission spectrum, and in this emission spectrum all the colors are present continuously. Okay, there is no any sharp boundary between any 2 colors. So here red color merged into orange, orange merged into yellow, so up to violet. so both side by side colors merged into one another continuously. That's why it is known as a continuous spectrum. This is emission spectrum. Here there is continuous. All the colors radiations are present continuously. That's why this emission spectrum is known as continuous spectrum. Now we come here, guys. This is line spectrum or line emission spectrum. First, this is generally known as emission spectrum because it is formed due to the passing of emission light or emitted radiation through the prism. So now the different components present in this one, so he has split into different colored lines. So now here in this emission spectrum, guys, colored lines are present in the dark background. So now here when this line emission spectrum we can get. So here first we need to take a body. So first we need to consider a body. So now this body, when you heat by applying flame to the Bunsen burner or by using some external source, when you heat this one absorbs a certain wavelengths of the radiation. For example, this is absorbing a small component from the yellow radiation, small component from the blue radiation, and small component from the red radiation. So now upon heating, this one absorbed yellow, blue, and next one red color radiations. So now guys, after absorbing the radiations, any body can't store that radiations inside of that body. Again, it want to emit the absorbed radiation. So now this body placed here. So now this one has 3 radiations. So this one not able to store the radiations for long time. After some time, this one emits the absorbed radiations. So now it will be the emitted light. So in this light, what we have, you have some yellow and a few small component of blue, small component of red. So now this is combination of these 3 colored radiations. And when it is passed through the prism, splitting takes place. You will get a small component of blue color here and a yellow color here and a red color. So why we are getting all these small lines like this? Because here this body is absorbed small part of the yellow, small part of the blue, and small part of the red. Here it did not absorb complete yellow or complete blue or complete red. It has absorbed small component from yellow, blue, red. That's why you can get here colored lines, and the rest of the part is dark. Okay. So in emission spectrum, in line emission spectrum, we have colored lines on the dark background. In a given emission spectrum, if you have colored lines like this in the dark on the dark background, that is known as line emission spectrum. Next one, absorption spectrum. So right guys, here this is the example for the absorption spectrum. Now this is some light source. This is emitting light. This emitted light incident over this body. When this body is exposed to the emitted light, this emitted light is nothing but a visible radiation. This body is emitting here visible radiation, and this visible radiation is falling on this body, and this body is absorbing small part of yellow light and small part of blue light and a small part of the red light. Next guys, after absorbing small component of yellow, blue, red, the rest of the light is passed through the body. So now this is known as a transmitted light. Now here this transmitted light is passing through the prism. Now here the splitting takes place. You see guys, in this spectrum, you see there is a dark line in red color and a dark line in yellow color, a dark line in blue color. So why here these dark lines are formed? Because here the light which has to be projected here, that one is absorbed by this body. And here also we have got a dark line in yellow region, because so the suitable light which should be placed over here, that one was observed by this body. And here also same, some blue light is present in that body, that's why in blue region we can get a dark line. Okay, so now after some time this body can emit these three lines. So now we can get a line emission spectrum. In that spectrum you can get one red line, blue line, and next you can get yellow line. So now guys, you see, you compare these two. So now here this spectrum and this one, you can compare both. You see, this one is exactly negative of this spectrum, both are negatives to each other. Here where you have the dark lines in this spectrum, in that exact position you have the colored line. So now here line emission spectrum and next one absorption spectrum, both are negatives to each other. You know guys, this absorption spectrum is also known as a line spectrum or line absorption spectrum. This is line emission spectrum, line absorption spectrum. So however, these two guys, this one and this one, both are examples for the emission spectrum. This is continuous emission spectrum because all the colors are present continuously. So now this is line emission spectrum because you have colored lines on dark background, and this is known as absorption spectrum or line absorption spectrum. In this line absorption spectrum guys, you have the dark lines on colored background. So this is about the types of spectra. So now guys, the branch of science which deals with, so right guys, next one, the line emission spectrum of hydrogen atom. So already we know line emission spectrum. Now hydrogen also gives the line emission spectrum. So first here we have to take the hydrogen gas in the discharge tube. So now we know in discharge tube the electrons are present, they are connected with the battery. So now when current is passed through the circuit here, this hydrogen molecule splits into hydrogen atoms. This hydrogen molecule splits into two hydrogen atoms. So now the passage of current furtherly leads to the excitation of electron present in the hydrogen atom. For example, this is one hydrogen atom. You know, in hydrogen atom electron is present in the first energy level or in the first orbit. Now this hydrogen is present in the discharge tube and we are passing electricity. So now this one is absorbing some energy. So now by absorbing the energy, electron undergoes excitation. It means it moves from first orbit to higher orbits. So based on the strength of energy absorbed by the electron, it moves higher orbits. So now in the higher orbits, so electron is unstable. Again, it want to de-excite to its original position. So during the de-excitation, the energy absorbed by the electron will be emitted. So due to that emission, we can get a spectrum. Okay. So due to the emission of electron during the de-excitation, so here we can get line emission spectrum for hydrogen atom. So now guys, in the discharge tube, number of hydrogen atoms are present. In each hydrogen atom, by absorbing energy, electrons undergoes different excited states. So after some time, from that excited states, electrons de-excites to the various ground states. So now here I have represented the orbits present in the hydrogen atom in vertical fashion. So now guys, electrons starting present in the ground state. So by absorbing the energy, so that one excites to the different number of excited or higher energy levels. So now again after some time, electron by emitting the radiation, that one de-excites. So during the de-excitation guys, so now here number of possibilities are there. So first one, electron de-excites from higher orbits to first orbit. So higher orbit or higher energy level means here second, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7 and up to infinity. These all are the higher energy levels. So electron de-excites to the ground state, that is first orbit from higher orbits. So in this process, electron emits the radiation. So now that radiation wavelengths are present in the UV region, and you can get a spectral lines here due to the emission of radiation by the electron present in the hydrogen atom. So now during each de-excitation some amount of radiation is released, that one leads to the formation of a spectral line. So now here when electron jumps from higher orbits to first orbit, they emits radiation, and due to that you can get some spectral lines. So now here this emitted radiations wavelengths are present in the ultraviolet region. And next second possibility guys, and one more thing, here the spectral lines are known as Lyman series. Lyman is the name of the scientist. It was observed by him. That's why here the spectral lines formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to first orbit are known as a Lyman series. Next one, second series of the spectral lines in the hydrogen atom. So now guys, here the second series of spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbits to the second orbit. Before that, so now there is a small thing regarding the Lyman series. Let me explain about that. So guys, here there is a formula to find out the. So now there is a formula to find out the wavelength of each emitted light during the electron de-excitation from higher orbit to first orbit. So the formula is 1 by lambda is equal to mu bar 109677 bracket 1 by 1 square minus 1 by n square. So now here n is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 and up to so on. By using this formula guys, so now here in Lyman series we can find out the wavelength of each spectral line. And next one, second one, Balmer series. So now here the second series of spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbits to second orbit. Now here the radiation emitted by the electron during the de-excitation from higher orbit to second orbit, wavelengths of the emitted radiation present in the visible region. It means the spectral lines are visible to our naked eye. In case of the first series guys, Lyman series, which is not visible because these are the spectral lines formed due to the emission of ultraviolet radiation. Ultraviolet radiation is not visible. And when electron jumps from higher orbit to second orbit, electron here emits visible light, or the frequencies or the wavelengths of the visible light. That's why here we can see the spectral lines. Okay, now here this series of spectral lines known as Balmer series because this one observed by the Balmer. And here there is a formula to find out the spectral line wavelength. So in Balmer series we have various spectral lines. The wavelength we can find out by using this formula 109677 1 by 2 square 1 by n square. So now guys, in the second series, in the Balmer series, so here electron jumps from higher orbit to second orbit. It leads to the formation of the spectral lines. This series is known as Balmer series. So now in this formula you have 1 by 2 square. Here 2 means electron de-excitation takes place to the second orbit. And next one here n means n is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and next one so on. By using this formula we can find out the wavelength of emitted light during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to second orbit. And the next one guys, third series, which is known as Paschen series. Here these spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to third orbit. And here the emitted radiation wavelengths are present in near IR region. Okay, near IR region, mid IR region and far IR region. It means guys, near IR region means IR radiation with small wavelength. mid IR far IR radiation means IR radiations with a large wavelength, and mid IR radiations means IR radiations wavelengths are present in between near IR and next one far IR. So now you see, this is the third series. Here this third series of spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbits to various higher orbits to the third orbit, and their wavelengths are present in near IR region, and this series of spectral line is known as Paschen series. And here the wavelength of emitted radiation we can find out by using this formula. This is related to Paschen series. So 1 by lambda is equal to mu bar is equal to 109677 1 by electron here de-excites to third energy level. So here we have to take h square minus 1 by n square. So now where n is equal to 4, 5, 6 and so on. So by using this formula guys, here we can find out the emitted light wavelength during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to third orbit. And the next one, fourth one. So the fourth series of the spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to fourth orbit, and their wavelengths are present in mid IR region. And there is a formula to find out the wavelengths of the emitted radiations related to the bracket series. So formula is 1 by lambda is equal to mu bar 109677 into 1 by, so here electron de-excitation takes place to the fourth orbit. So 1 by 4 square minus 1 by n square. So now here n is equal to 5, 6, 7 and next one so on. And next the last series of the spectral lines guys, these are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to fifth orbit. Okay, so now here the series of lines are known as Pfund series or Pfund series. Pfund series. So now here the wavelengths of the spectral lines are the light emitted during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to fifth orbit. We can calculate by using this formula. 1 by lambda is equal to mu bar 109677 1 by 5 square minus 1 by n square. Now where n is equal to 6, 7, 8 and so on. So right guys, so by using these various formulas we can find out the wavelengths of the spectral wavelengths of the radiations are emitted during the de-excitation of electron from various higher orbit to various lower orbits. So finally here we can conclude that in hydrogen spectrum, so number of spectral lines are formed. These number of spectral lines are grouped as 5 series. First one Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series and bracket series, and the next one Pfund series. So in Lyman series, spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to first orbit. Here Balmer series, spectral lines in the Balmer series are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to second orbit. And the next one Paschen. Here spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to third orbit. And fourth series bracket. So these lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to fourth orbit. And last one, fifth one, Pfund series. Here these spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to fifth orbit. So next here we need to know about 4 things. First let me explain about one thing, that is limiting line. Limiting line. So this limiting line is present in every series of spectral line. Limiting line. So will consider here any one series. Let me consider Balmer series. So now in Balmer series, guys, spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation of electron from higher orbit to second orbit. Okay. So now this is the first one, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to 5 and 6, and this is the infinity. Let me take up to here only, guys. This one let me consider as infinity. Infinity line better to represent with the dotted lines, right? So now here in Balmer series, the spectral lines are formed during the de-excitation from higher orbit to second orbit. Here, guys, second orbit is ground state. So the second energy level is known as ground state because electrons are de-excited to the second one. That's why it is known as ground state. And the energy level which is present after ground state, which is known as first excited state. So third one is the first excited state. And fourth one is the second excited state. And the next one, fifth one, this is third excited state. And the next one, so now this is infinite, right? So now, guys, here the spectral line which is formed during the de-excitation of electron from infinite orbit to or infinity energy level to second one or ground state is known as a limiting line. Here the spectral line is formed during the de-excitation of electron from infinite energy level to ground state, that is second energy level in Balmer series. So this line is known as a limiting line. And the next one, guys, a spectral line which is formed during the de-excitation of electron from first excited state to ground state is known as H alpha line. And the next one, the spectral line which is formed during the de-excitation of electron from second excited state to ground state is known as H beta line. And the de-excitation takes place from third excited state to ground state. You will get a spectral line which is known as H delta. H alpha line means this line is formed during the de-excitation of electron from first excited state to ground state. In case of Balmer, first excited state is third energy level, ground state is second energy level. And H beta line means, so the spectral line which is formed from the second excited state to ground state is known as H beta. Similarly, H gamma. H gamma. So now, guys, here let us compare the wavelengths of each line here. So now, guys, here limiting line. So this limiting line contains very small wavelength. Here I am writing the wavelength order. Limiting line contains small wavelength containing with the H delta and H beta and the next one H alpha. So now you see this H alpha line is formed from the de-excitation of second orbit to first excited state to ground state. Now you see, guys, the energy gap between these two, you see the distance between these two very less. If the distance is less between the two energy levels, then the energy of here electron is there, this electron de-excites here to here, it emits some radiation. Now this radiation contains less wavelength. In this case, you see, guys, electron is de-exciting from infinite orbit to or infinite energy level to here. This is ground state. Now you see the distance between these two. So there is a large distance. It means during this de-excitation, the emitted energy or the emitted radiation contains more energy. So which one contains more energy? That one with the small wavelength. So now if you want to write the energy order, it will be the reverse. So first you need to take limiting line, and after that H delta, and next one H beta, and the next one H alpha. So this is about hydrogen spectrum.